Welcome to Presqu'ile Provincial Park. We're staying here for 4 nights over the Canadian Thanksgiving long weekend. I'm going to give you a tour of this park and let you know what we think. Presqu'ile Provincial Park is located in Brighton, Ontario, and approximately 2 hours from Toronto, or an hour and 20 minutes from Kingston. This park is popular for their 16 kilometers of trails and paths along the shorelines and throughout the marshes, woodlands, and meadows. This park is a hotspot for migrating birds in the spring and fall, attracting over 300 bird species to the area. During the summer months, there are more attractions open, including 2 visitor centers, the Lighthouse Center and the Nature Center. And this park is open year-round for exploration. We arrived later than we intended, but still had a little light left to get through registration. Here you just pull up to the gatehouse and they check you in from your vehicle. Then we made the long drive to find the water filling station, racing against the darkness. This was a great water filling and dumping station with nice paved lanes. It looked like it was pretty new. After filling up, we made our way to our site, and as you can see, it was pretty dark by the time we got there, and navigating through the narrow and bumpy roads was a little difficult. We did make it and had another learning for us newbie campers. Keep a flashlight in an easily accessible spot. We had to use our cell phones, but it worked out just fine. We arrived last night and it was pitch black outside, so we couldn't really see anything. And in the daylight, it's easy to see how narrow the roads are getting into this campground. If you have a large rig, you're definitely going to want to try and arrive during the day so that you have a better view of where you're driving. The next morning, we went back to the park office so that I could get my Presqu'ile sticker. They didn't have much in the way of souvenirs or supplies, but you could purchase your firewood and ice there. Then our next stop was the main beach area. On the sign it said no lifeguards, no dogs, and no alcohol, and kiteboarding was only permitted at the far end of the beach. In the parking lot at Beach 1, they have an accessible entrance to the beach, which is very helpful if you're in any sort of accessibility device or you have a wagon or a stroller you want to take, because otherwise the other entrance we were just at is very sandy and it would be quite difficult to get through. Down at the beach area in Beach 1 is where you can launch your kite surfing boards. It's quite a windy beach, so it would be perfect for kiteboarding. Or flying around the beach. At the beach, there are also 4 flush toilets that you can use. The Marsh Boardwalk Trail is a 1.2 kilometer interpretive trail. There's an 800-meter boardwalk here to take you through the marshlands, and there's even 2 viewing towers, one of which I'm on right now. Over 100 species of birds use the Presqu'ile Marsh to raise babies, find food, and rest during migration. So if you're a bird watcher, this is definitely the place to be. After the trail, we made our way to the furthest end of the park to check out the Nature Center and Lighthouse. Presqu'ile also has a nature center. It's usually open throughout the year, but this weekend it's only open on Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. and they have 1 program left at the Amphitheatre. The Presqu'ile Point Lighthouse is the second oldest continuously operating lighthouse on the north shore of Lake Ontario, and its double curved design at the top is unique to lighthouses of Lake Ontario. An interesting fact about this lighthouse is that there are numerous vessels that have sunk here throughout the years, and there is a ship graveyard in Lake Ontario surrounding this point. Another trail that you can do here at Presqu'ile is the Jobses Woods Trail. This is a 1.4-kilometer loop and it takes you through one of the oldest deciduous tree lots here at Presqu'ile. The Owen Point Trail is a 1-kilometer loop and offers great viewpoints to see various shorebirds. It also takes you out so that you can get a view of Gull Island. There are also a few viewpoints here that lead you out towards Lake Ontario so that you can get a better view of the migrating birds. Owen Point leads out to Gull Island, which is a waterfowl hunting spot here at Presqu'ile, and it's only open to waterfowl hunters, so we can't go past this point. We're coming to the end of the Owen Point Trail, and I would say that overall this was a lovely leisurely trail. Not a hiking trail in my opinion, it's more for walking and to observe birds, so if you like bird watching, this would be the trail for you, and if you just want to get out in nature and have a nice easy trail, this one is great. We made it to the park store, but unfortunately it is closed for the season, so I can't show you what's inside. If you do need firewood or ice though during your stay, you can get it at the park gate when you come in or throughout your stay. Down by the water in the campground area there is the amphitheater, and this one's pretty cool because most of the seating is covered, so if there's inclement weather, you will be protected here. Presqu'ile has 8 campgrounds with a total of 383 sites available for reservation, and they even have some walk-in sites too. Another cool thing about Presqu'ile is that they actually have roofed accommodations for rent here, so you can either rent a heritage cottage or there are 7 permanent style tents available. The High Bluff Campground has sites 1 to 100, and these are a combination of electric and non-electric. There are also many beautiful waterfront sites in this campground. After going through the High Bluff Campground, there are definitely some beautiful waterfront sites that you can get here, but I think you have to choose whether you want waterfront or privacy, because it doesn't seem like you can get both here. I still think I would go for a waterfront site and forego privacy on my site just to have these amazing views. High Bluff also has a lovely comfort station with showers, flush toilets for men and women, and a dishwashing station. From the High Bluff Campground, there's actually a walking path to the park store and beaches, and you can even get to Owen Point Trail. The Pines Campground has sites 101 to 124, and these are all electric. The Pine Campground has a comfort station with flush toilets for men and women.
At this point, I've checked out 3 different comfort stations and they're all pretty clean.
Maple Campground has sites 125 to 168, and these sites are all non-electric. The sites here were nestled in a lovely forest and seemed fairly private. The comfort station by the Maple Campground has showers, laundry facilities, and flush toilets for men and women. There's also a dishwashing station. Craig's Campground had sites 171 to 204, and these were non-electric. This campground was also radio-free and had some lovely forested sites. Lakeside Campground had sites 206 to 250, and these were also non-electric. Some sites here were also waterfront. Elmvale Campground has sites 289 to 356, and 8 of these are electric and the rest are non-electric. We are on site 339 in the Elmvale Campground, and it is a lovely site, though it is kind of open to the neighbors. It's a premium electric site, so we think it's because we have a slight view of the water. There are some lovely waterfront sites. Elmvale Campground had a few walk-in sites available right on the waterfront trail. I came out to the water and the water is so low right now. You can walk out pretty far here before you even get to the waves. And it also smells because the water should be here. It smells kind of fishy. The Elmvale Campground also has its own garbage and recycling station, and it's conveniently located near their comfort station. So just a short walk away from the garbage station is their vault toilets in a building. There are 4 of them, and they look like they're going to be pretty clean. Confirmed, there are 4 vault toilets here, and they are pretty clean. Trails End has sites 360 to 407, and these are all electric with the exception of 406. This campground was pretty full compared to ours, and I think it's because they were all electrical sites. It's our last day here at Presqu'ile, so I need to share my overall thoughts of our experience. Let's start with the positive aspects of this park. I really loved the trails here. They were nice and flat and fairly easy, and there was a variety to choose from. I also really liked the sites here. They had waterfront sites and more private forested sites, so no matter what you like, there's something here for you. Another great thing about this park is their water filling station and dumping station. There are 2 water spots and 2 dumping spots, and it looks pretty new. This park is located on the shores of Lake Ontario, which means you get beautiful water sounds day and night. This is great for a number of reasons. Number 1, it blocks out city sounds. Number 2, it blocks out other camper sounds, so it's a nice peaceful stay. The final thing about this park is they had great comfort stations located throughout the campgrounds. However, let's move on to my negative aspects of this park. And the first one is going to be, there's not a comfort station in our area of the park. We only had vault toilets, and in one campground there was flush toilets, so if you're staying in Elmvale, just note you're going to have to make quite the journey to get to a comfort station. If you're looking for a park with great waterfront, this might not be the one for you. It is beautiful, lovely scenery, but the water is very rough, so it makes it difficult for swimming and doing water sports out there. However, you might catch a nice calm day. It was not calm while we were here. This park is also very long, so if you're trying to walk the park, it does take quite a long time to get from point A to point B depending on where you're trying to go, so you do have to either drive or ride your bike. And another thing, if you're riding your bikes here, you can only ride on the paved trails or roads. It is very difficult to navigate in the dark. The street signs are very difficult to see, and the roads are so narrow. If you're traveling with a trailer and arriving at dark like we did, it's tricky to navigate some of these campground roads, so just beware and try and plan to arrive during the day. This is our last camping trip of the season, and overall, we had a fantastic season camping. It was pretty amazing. We had no idea if we were gonna like it at all, and it turns out we're campers, so I'm pretty excited to already start planning for next year. I hope this video can be helpful for you if you're planning a trip to Presqu'ile Provincial Park in the future. And as always, if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more international travel adventures coming soon.